came up off the bench a little bit for that last one. I was trying to go for 6 this time instead of 5. I got it though.
One bar, one yeah. The whole Matador bar. You guys do squats every Tuesday. Yeah, every Tuesday. Yeah. 25. He made this one back in 99 or something.
So I totally forgot to film my last set. Forgot to hit record because my grandfather was here helping me and my wife from our sink. So I believe this will be the 5th or 6th set of Anything we got? Only 4 reps on that last set. I was going for 5. First set I got 6. 6 when I kind of took my ass off the bench a little bit, so technically it was 5. But most of them have been pretty much consistently getting 5 reps for each set. But that was 4, but I'll take it.
taking like 3 to 5. So what I'm saying is for like 20 to 30 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes, I would swing for 2 minutes and then stop for 3 to 5 minutes and then cut the rope and then go 2 minutes again. Something I did there, I could tell I haven't done it in a while. I probably did like maybe a minute, maybe slightly over a minute. I'll check the footage or whatever, but I would do like a couple swings back and forth, and then I would actually switch my hand grip. So again, I could tell I haven't done it in a while, so I would do one set with my hands like this, and now the next set I'm gonna actually switch them around and have my left hand over my right. So actually, I want to do a whole video on baseball training. There's still a lot of movements that I don't know how to do yet. I want to do really. I just do 360 swings. I am going to comment a little bit earlier in my approach to this. One thing that you can do with these is you can probably notice when I started out, I was grabbing it up here. This makes it easier because the center of gravity is up at the top of this. All most of the weight is in this ball. So like, the more close grip you have to this, the easier it gets. But further away, that's when we have to start using stabilizers and pull and balance the legs. But if it starts to get where you can't grip it, what you can do to make it easier is it's very scalable. You can grab it here in the middle. So the closer you grab to the ball, up at the top, it makes it easier. I'll do a whole video on this thing eventually, but I want to get like a 7 pound from a white piece one that's really light, not anything too crazy, and then you just have a couple of you can only easily do a 15, 20 pound weights if they're training, you know. But starting out, this is it, like even then, you start out with a 7 pound. I was already lifting, so I said, fuck it, whatever, got myself a 15, somebody first or something, but now at 15, I kind of want to do like 20, 25, 30, put the sets, right hand over top, on the left. Let's go. Let's just go 2 swings per side. The cool thing about using the Macebell is what it does, it puts your shoulder is one of the most versatile and highest range of motion joints you can have in your entire body. It's a ball and socket, similar to your hip, but even more range of motion. But what the Mace does is it's putting load, all those different angles and positions, it's putting load on those muscles that you wouldn't normally. You're hitting fibers that you would normally hit from a standard bench press or overhead press or a deadlift or anything like that. It's a totally different strength curve, and it's kind of got a little bit of like functional strength to it. Because like, I mean, think about like chopping an axe or something like that, chopping wood, etc., etc. But if you're in construction, sledgehammer, demolition, whatever, yada yada. But I want to say it was developed like by My memory wants to say 13th century, but I think even before that it was called a gada, G-A-D-A, and this was actually kind of invented and implemented by Persian warriors in like the thousands of years ago. Now what they would do is obviously make sure it kind of bulletproofs your shoulders because you're putting your shoulders in those weird positions with load and at stretch. So you're getting that eccentric and concentric, all that fancy motion and stuff. But what they would do is they would train with, like, have you ever seen, there's these Indian dudes that would like have two 60-pound maces and just swing them back. Well, it's crazy how they do it, man. But when you have 300-pound bodybuilders, their stabilizers just aren't primed for that, you know. But a lot of wrestlers and rappers use it because you just record your stabilizers and stuff, you get to control the weight. And also, in Persian times, Persians were some of the most intense, brutal warriors there was. They was used for, obviously, similar to how you would swing a sword. They would use it for sword training. When you have something heavier, like if you were swinging, let's take a sword, I would say in a sword, let's take like, you got a 25-pound sledgehammer that you're hitting this wall with, and you switch to a 15-pound hammer. Well, you're going to be able to swing that 15-pound hammer way harder and way faster because you've trained with that 25. Your muscles are used to moving that heavier weight. So when you switch to a lighter weight, you're just adding that velocity that you've gained from swinging that. You're just stronger from it. So it's a really cool exercise. It's something that's fun to switch up your training. And I've had this thing for like, I don't know, maybe like, I got it shortly before my brother passed away, or I should say passed away. He was killed in Iraq, let's be real. It was shortly before or after that. But I was really excited to show him that. We were all about kettlebells and sandbags and stuff like that. You probably see my sandbag in the shot right here. Stuff like that. So that's my butt. I want to upgrade. I was already talking to my wife. They have, I think it's called like Wolf Fitness or something. They have some 150-pound sandbags and a 200-pound sandbag. They're literally both less than $100. They're like $95 or $85. Something like that. That's super cheap. And obviously the sand, you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get sand, like playground sand for like $5 for a 50-pound bag. So the sand is super cheap. If you are going to get into sand, see now I'm rambling, I need to start wrapping it up. If you are going to get a sandbag though, or a mace, sandbag specifically, I would get a good brand because you want that military grade Velcro and the double stitching and stuff like that. Because you're going to be dropping it and slamming it, carrying it, ripping it off the ground. So you want to be able to hold it all the time. And as far as a mace goes, it's good to go to like a legit company because they're like machined and like, you know, evenly weighed, etc., all that bullshit. But honestly, if you wanted to get a light one off Amazon, you can find numerous, just type in steel mace club or whatever, and you'll find plenty of options, I'm sure. But even if you're starting out with something like that, just getting used to that movement. I wouldn't go heavy with this. Like I said, I was training pretty consistently before I bought mine, so I just went ahead and got a 15-pound. But if you're not used to training, you don't lift weights at all, I would get like a 7 or 10-pound to start out. But if you have been training for like 3 to 5 years or so, I would, if you want to take your chance and get like a 15 or 20-pound one, I would say don't go up 15. I would say 15 is a really sweet place to start, even for a beginner. I would say for an advanced slash what's the intermediate lifter, but like beginner on this specifically. But let me catch my breath real quick and I'll do this last set. Got the dude playing on the TV. Here's the Dusty. It's Paul and Season here in South Carolina. That's all that is. There's a light and stuff. Okay, so I just finished the workout, did 6 sets of 225. Again, not including like my warm-up sets. I didn't get my, just doing the bar. I forgot to record those, but I did obviously my warm-up sets and then 6 sets of 225. Was going for 5 reps roughly on each set. That first set, I think I mentioned it earlier in the video. First set I hit 6, but my ass kind of came up off the bench. So technically, I'm going to be a little more critical of myself. So I'm going to call that 5 reps. I was getting that consistently, and then I went for a 6th set instead of just doing 5. And I just got to that 4th rep, and I was like, nope, let me rack it. I can start telling I'm fatiguing here. So, and then I wanted, obviously y'all seen me swing my mace. I haven't done that in quite some time. I need to start making that a little bit more regular in my training program, so to speak. But I don't really have a program, just bullshit. I just kind of do like, I try to do the same things, but like, yeah, like I don't really have a program that I go by. I just kind of do what I'm feeling, and just kind of like I try to do the same thing so I know what I'm doing, and I can tell I'm getting stronger. Like the weight's going up, so I keep my basics in there, but I also try to throw in something different. Like me and Mrs. Stone will go for a walk or a hike, or like I said, I was trying to do my mace or my sandbag or something like that. I want to start getting more implements over time, but that's the whole part of a whole home gym is you start acquiring pieces here and there. It's not something you do overnight, of course. But yeah, I've been feeling pretty strong lately. The 225 definitely felt heavy tonight. I'm not gonna lie. The last couple of times, it's actually I'm like, damn, this feels kind of light. I feel strong, but I could tell it was like, okay, this is definitely my working weight. But that's probably just probably just me not eating completely right today. But I mean, I haven't eaten bad per se. I've drank a fair amount of water and stuff, but all that comes into consideration when you're like, oh, I just hit 225 or 235 last week. What's wrong? Like your sleep might have been off. You might not have been as hydrated. Like all that stuff. Even that 1% that you missed could be, an attributing factor. So you just gotta. Those times you can't beat yourself up to it. So, but the 225 did feel good. I'm not gonna lie. I've been feeling really comfortable with that weight in my hands again. It feels good. I can tell I'm getting pretty strong again. And just again doing the mace, trying to work on my shoulders. I want to get those caps back on my shoulders. It gives you that wider look, and never hurts being stronger no matter what muscle it is. But yeah, I'm thinking so today's Monday. It's 420, happy 420 motherfuckers. And so Wednesday night, me and my wife will be driving down to Myrtle Beach. Thursday is World's Strongest Man. We only got tickets for a 1-day event. And so we got that this weekend. So I don't know if I don't think I'll have a chance to lift or train before then. But that's kind of another reason why I wanted to do it tonight. And obviously, like I said earlier, my grandfather was here helping me and my wife with our sink. So, yeah, I really want to do my sandbag again. I think it's time to do some walks and some carries and maybe even some throws. But let me quit yapping, y'all. If you made it this far, didn't skip through, just me talking, I do appreciate you. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.